And now we can cross live to Daniel Shaw, adjunct lecturer at the City University of New York. Thank you very much indeed for joining us, Dr. Shaw. I mean, we've got a chaotic situation now unfolding in central London with at least one person killed. We can see the reports coming through now and conflicting reports coming in from several areas, as you can imagine at this time. Can you help us make sense of this?
Well, how can we ever make sense of such horrific, archaic crimes? But certainly there's a pattern here. This is the chickens coming home to roost. This is intervention coming home to roost. The United States and its junior partners, France and Britain and Germany, think they can parade around the world and bomb and invade and defuturize entire countries like Yemen and Palestine and Syria, and they don't expect any type of blowback. So certainly what this forces us to think about is not business as usual. And we just saw Trump in Saudi Arabia cutting more arms deals and really just upping the ante in what looks like a clash of civilizations.
Well, the terror threat in the UK has recently been downgraded from critical to severe after the Manchester bombing. Do you think it looks like this took the security services by surprise?
Well, at this point, I don't think they could be surprised by anything. They're still reeling for what happened in Manchester just a short time ago, which was equally horrific. And ISIS, they'll target anybody. There could be Muslims in these crowds. There could be young women, as there was outside the Ariana Grande concert. So ISIS knows no scruples, knows no morals, but nor does U.S. state terrorism, which indiscriminately bombs Mosul and Raqqa and cities across the Muslim and Arab world every day. So it's really what Samuel Huntington and the Reagan administration called the War of Civilization in the 1980s. And it's playing out, and it's playing out because that's what the State Department wants, and that's what the Pentagon wants. But there's all types of victims on both sides that are caught up in this horrific game.
And Daniel, we are of course waiting for confirmation, as of yet official confirmation from Downing Street or from the police, that it is ISIL. Obviously, it is looking increasingly like a terrorist attack. It's bearing all the hallmarks of a terror attack. But we do have to be careful what we do say. We don't know that this is an ISIL attack yet and who is responsible. But just to comment on the general political discourse, the UK general election is coming up. Security policies have been at the key of many debates during the run-up to the election. How disruptive do you think this is, and what sort of impact do you think this will have on political discourse within the UK? Yet another major terror incident just in a matter of 2 weeks.
Well, this general election will be fascinating because it's really going to determine the direction of the world right now. We saw the direction that the United States took, a more fascist, militaristic, aggressive direction with the presidency of Donald Trump, a xenophobic, Islamophobic direction. A Theresa May victory will be more of the same, business as usual, more invasion, more pillage of these countries. But a Jeremy Corbyn victory would certainly throw a wrench into the everyday machinery of the British political system. Jeremy Corbyn has promised no more business as usual, more dialogue and an understanding and even a sort of reparations for all of the countries that have become just destroyed by decades and decades of cruel U.S. imperialist adventures.
OK, Daniel, lecturer at the City University of New York, thanks for giving us your take today. No doubt we'll get back to you later in the evening, perhaps. Thanks for joining us today.